So I've got myself into another situation here that I don't know how I've managed this. I think it comes down to probably being too nice. But basically, I bought this 20 tonner a while ago and I stuck it on Marketplace to sell it because we thought I was going to use it, and then I sort of started playing around at the shed more, and yeah. Anyway, didn't get around to this one, so I just thought I'd move it on and sell it. So I stuck it on Facebook and got a message from a name that was in not English. It was in like Arabic, and I replied because I'm a nice bloke. Turns out he's from Iraq, but he lives here, and he obviously travels between here and Iraq, and he come and had a look at it, and we agreed on a price, and then he sort of said, oh, will you put it in the container for me too? And I somehow got conned into agreeing to that. So now it has to get disassembled and packed into a 40-foot shipping container and then shipped to Dubai and then trucked to Iraq, apparently. So, yeah, I don't know how I've managed that, but here I am. So basically it's 3 metres wide because it's a 20-ton long carriage. So it's 3 metres wide. A high cube container is like 2.59 high inside dimension. So there's no way, even with the tracks off, even with the final drives and these steps cut off, it still won't fit in there with the container on its side. A 12 tonner or something, you flip the container on its side and literally just track a 12 tonner in, chain it down and stand the container back up, because it's under 2.6 wide, but these are a different story. So basically tracks come off, separate the undercarriage track frame from the excavator at the slew ring, undo the bolts there, lift that off, cabin off, all the panels off, handrails off, boom off, split the stick and the boom, poke the track frame at the back of the container in diagonally, because that's obviously how a container's widest, is diagonally, because it's a rectangle. So track frame goes in first, then the tracks get folded up, go underneath the track frame, counterweight underneath the track frame, all the panels sit on top of the track frame, and then you poke the excavator body mainframe in diagonally with the cabin off, and all the panels off and everything. Poke that in, then the cab goes under the mainframe, and then you slide the boom and the stick in underneath that. So basically it gets quite stripped down from what it is right here, and then poke it all in the container, and they put all the oil in 200 litre drums and they reassemble it at the other end, and somehow there's money to be made in doing that. So yeah, how exciting. But anyway, I'll take you guys along for the ride, because I thought, who gets to see a 20-ton excavator getting packed in a 40-foot shipping container that's not on Pakistani TikTok? So yeah, I thought I'd take you guys along for the ride. So we're going to get stuck into it. Paul's going to start pulling these panels off. I'll give him a hand to get the panels off and the handrails off, and then we'll go counterweight, stick, boom, and then separate, then tracks off, then we'll separate the mainframe and the tracks. But that's the story, and we're going to get stuck into it. The machine looks so bad just cosmetically because it did fertilizer, and obviously fertilizer is super corrosive, and just over time it takes all the paint off and really eats into everything, especially the sheet metal. So it's definitely very rusty. But anyway, we'll get some stuff apart.
and that goes up in your frame, does it?
Yeah. The rails of the digger run all the way back to here and support the counterweight.
Right.
And they just go through that, and they're pretty thick. That's why the bolts are so long.
Okay.
So. Yeah, so we'll have to drive forward and turn it around the other way so that we can get the forklift to it and lift it off, I reckon. Yeah, that yellow one. I don't know. Can't get it out either. Shit in the way. But I wouldn't have any eyelets unless I took that plastic cap out up there and found a bolt that goes in a good hole, but then that other hole's still pretty crappy. Yeah. So
Probably should not have it on the ground.
yeah. Like both forklifts with both little forklifts, one each side, would probably lift each side up and then you could just drive out, but I'll see what Dad reckons. So we're going to lift the counterweight off with this old girl, 7-ton Toyota. So we got a few hours done today on this digger. Got the counterweight off. these side panels off, handrails off. So she had a pretty hard life. Got a fair bit of corrosion in this. I'm sure Iraq will love this one. Really fits in. Bit of an oil leak in the oil cooler. The fan's sucking that oil in and covering the motor. So yeah, tomorrow we'll pull the stick off, the boom off, plug up all those hoses or cross them over, and then start working on the cab, and we'll keep it mobile as long as we can. We're just sort of stacking all the parts up here, and then we'll probably get the container dropped up here somewhere and just load everything in it. So anyway, exciting stuff. I really want to be working on the SAR, but got to keep the wheels turning on this sort of stuff too. Yeah. So we'll come back tomorrow and keep at it. Well, we got the stick off. That wasn't too bad. We're going to start working on the boom now. Get the lift rams off. That's the stick. So once we get the stick off, then we can start working on probably the cab and some more panels on the left-hand side. But we'll loop all these hoses over and get the boom off. So I'm just in the cabin here because new excavators aren't as good as the old ones. On an old excavator, you just undo the 4 bolts, 1 in each corner, and you just lift the cab off and everything stays here. But these new ones, they have the heater box, the aircon box, all the electrical stuff mounted to the cab and to the floor. So you can't just lift it off without pulling all this crap out, which is pretty annoying, but we're just getting it all undone now, and we'll lift all that out, and then any bolts that are connecting the heater box, I'll undo those. Obviously if the heater box and aircon box stayed to the floor, that'll be great, but if they're connected to the cab, then I'll have to disconnect them. So we'll see how we go with that. still in there. I didn't want to put my fingers through there. Down a bit. Wedged under the seat. We got it. There's still some aircon shit attached. Still some aircon shit attached. Go down a bit, Dad. Yeah, hold it there. Turn it off. Tilt back. No, tilt back. That is lean forward, but I reckon you'll almost clear it if you go back a bit.
We had big wheels on.
Yeah, wood with big wheels.
Air ride shoppers.
Yeah. Go straight back, I reckon, Dad. It's about to go. Nah. Look at that. That's shit.
What's the wire?
Look at that. Now it's really Arab spec. Just send it to work like that, I reckon. Open cab. That was a mission to get off. Like, just getting all that wiring. That'll be real crap to connect all that back up, I reckon. Like, I guess they're all different plugs, but still. Look, someone's lost their bowl. So we got lift rams to come off and then undo slew ring bolts. These two grey panels here, they got to come off, which they're pretty much almost off anyway. Drain hydraulic oil. Drain whatever fuel's left in it, which is hardly anything. So yeah, it's all coming along. So at the front here, I just got to get in there and undo the hoses on the rotary joint and that bracket just there. So I think, what's there, 6 pipes, which will be forward and reverse for the left and right track, a case drain and high and low, slow and fast travel speed, I mean. So we'll get these hoses undone, that bracket off, and then I'll undo all these big bolts, and then the whole main frame of the digger will come away from the track frame. So I'll get stuck into that. Alright, we've got all the bolts out of the slew ring except for one. I've loosened that one. You can see it's starting to move, so obviously it wants to fall off the back, probably with nothing on the front and the engine mounted back there. So I need to go get the big forklift and these slippers, and hopefully I can spread the forks enough to clear the slew ring and pick it up. And then we can take it over and I can give it a bit of a wash and get rid of all this oil and dirt and crap. But yeah, it's almost all the way off. So go get the forklift and see if we can pick it up. So we just had container dropped off by that side loader driving out. 40-foot high cube. So we can start packing all of those bits into here. Should be fun. Good quality container. At least we can't do any damage to it. It's already damaged. Okay, so we're going to bring the forklift in, and it's a 7-ton forklift, and we're going to try and lift this top main frame off of this track frame. So we'll put that at the front, at the back I mean, and we'll put a 2.5-ton forklift at the front just to help try and lift it, and then we'll see how we go. Go down a bit. Yeah, come in. You alright? Keep coming. Go down a little bit. Keep coming. Keep coming a little bit more. Yep. Go up a bit. Well, all of them but one. I'll undo it. I left one bolt in so it didn't fall off, because it's obviously back heavy with the engine there. Got my handy little rattle gun here. Wasn't in by many threads. Lucky I didn't stand under it. Oh, now I just got to take those fittings out so they don't get caught. So that's the center joint that I undid everything off of. That obviously stays with the track frame. Okay. Will I get the little fork and bring it round? Alright, try that, see what it does. If it lifts it, I'll have a good look around and make sure nothing's Yeah, tilt. Hang on. It's stuck under that side slew ring. Go down. I need to try and get that fork further out. So the fork was just grabbing on the slew ring. You can see we can see in there now. Dad's just going to go up on the forklift again. I think it'll just lift it, maybe. Yeah, I'll give it a hand. There must be a bit of weight in it. There's probably, I don't know, there'd have to be 5 or 6 ton in the top at a guess. So we'll do some, if I can help it lift it up and then the forklift supports it, we'll be right. But if obviously we need to be able to reverse back, so I can't stay at the front here. I wouldn't want to pull one of my own diggers apart like this, I don't think. Will it hold it by itself or not? Poor forklift. Scary. Will you be able to go back without it rocking and falling off? Well, just go back a little bit while I'm still got it. Like, I'll just stay under it just for a sec. Go back a little bit. Ah, it loves it. Loves it. It doesn't have much weight on the back wheels. Yeah, go back and then you'll have to go down a bit. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Go down a bit, just slow. Takes a lot to get that forklift tippy on the back end, so it's got a fair bit of weight in it. Leave it like that maybe. Yeah. And we've somehow got to stuff that into that there container. So that'll be interesting. But before we do that, we've got to split the tracks, get the tracks off it, and go from there. Okay, with a bit of effort, we got this track pin out. You can see how seized this side track is, but yet the other side's not like that. They were both replaced at the same time, but yeah, I'm not sure why this side is so stiff. So we had to heat it and give it a fair bit of hitting, but we got it. And now we're going to do this other side, which is right here. Is that one, I think. So we'll clean this pad off and that pad and get both of them off, and then can get the circlip off and heat and hammer that one. So we got the other track split with a bit of difficulty. Lucky they got master links in them, at least they have a chance of coming out. Got our makeshift umbrella up here because it's pretty warm today and the sun's a bit savage. But anyway, we're ready to start putting some bits and pieces into the container. So the counterweight is the first thing that goes in, which is over there. So we'll pick that up and we'll bring it around here and we'll shove that right up the back of the container. And then we'll go the boom, and then we'll probably go the stick as well right up the back, and then on an angle we'll sit the track frame in there like that, because the track frame's too wide. I think this container's 2.6 or 2.55 high, something like that, from the floor to the roof. So yeah, obviously the container's longer diagonally like that. So that's the way it's got to go. I'll open this door to let some heat out because it's like an oven in here. Lucky they give us the crappiest container because it's probably going to end up a bit ruined. But yeah, so the counterweight will come in here, about there, boom on this side, track frame over the top. That's the plan. Sounds easy as. We'll make it happen. I have secured the container ramp. So put this in front of the container so we can get in and out with the forklift. We have tandem forklift pushing. Got the Samsung here, counterweight in the middle and the Lindy on the other end. I'm just in neutral and Dad's just pushing me along so I don't reverse out from underneath it. Counterweight's definitely got a bit of weight in it. 1 2.5 ton forklift wouldn't lift it, so there's probably, I don't know, 4, I'd have to guess 3.5, 4 ton at least in it. So just got a bit of a minefield here. It's going to be so good when this is gone because it's taking up so much room. But anyway, we're getting there.
no driving.
Oh yeah, I know. I need to put that bit of wood under it. Come out and then probably get the other. Samsung doesn't have enough go to get up the lip. Need the ramp a little bit higher. But we are getting somewhere, sort of. This is the second piece that's going in here. So now we do a bit of a double push with the forklift.
Yeah. On the counterweight.
Yeah.
Might have to push it over a tad.
The counterweight. So this is what the sketchiness has gotten to at this point. Got a tally handler holding it up, Dad on the forklift pushing that in, and this is what we have to do to try and get it in there. Ideally we would have started off with more room, but someone decided to fill the yard up with stuff. I'm not sure who that was. Could have been me, but yeah, that's what we're doing at this point. So, with lots of effort and zero dents in the container wall, except for that one, we have gotten the track frame in here on an angle. It wasn't too bad, but it wasn't exactly easy either. I'm sure there's a better way. Probably building a frame would be a better way, but I got screwed for the price on putting this in here. But you got to do things to make sales sometimes. So we've got it in there. Pretty much the stick's going to go under there, and then put all the panels under there. We've got the hydraulic lift rams. They can go in under there. Walkway, that can all go in under there. We'll pack the back of that container full. And then the cabin in there. And then We've got the main frame to come in, and we'll lay the tracks down here for the main frame to sit on. So we're probably halfway there. So we've got the stick there, the cab there, tracks are over there with the panels over there. So yeah, it's all coming along. We should be done tomorrow, hopefully. A few straps in there to hold things in place and send it on its way. It's going. We've got a fair few bits stacked in here now. We've got the stick, the boom, counterweight, all the panels and everything in the back corner. We've got some Jenga wood blocks holding up the track frame, as well as some crappy ratchet straps, but it's not leaning on the side of the container, which is the main thing. Got all the panels back in there. So yeah, this is full Arab spec here. Next, we've got the handrails and stuff going in there, and then we've got the cab. I'm not sure where the cab will go, maybe in here. And then the tracks and the main frame. But we've almost got a full 20 tonner in here after we get those couple of bits in here. They're big bits, but once they're in here, that'll be it. Can't wait to shut the doors and drag this out of the way so I can have some room back again, because it was sitting out the front of the shed for a couple of weeks because the container was delayed because of the cyclone and all that sort of stuff. But yeah, it's coming along. Don't know how fast I'll jump into doing another one, but we'll see. It's a good experience, good learning curve. So yeah, we'll keep poking bits and pieces in here. Easy as. Considering it's a track and it's meant to fold, it's pretty stiff. But then this one's fine. We're just going to go give it a quick blast with the pressure washer, do the right thing, get a bit of the dirt off it. So yeah, we'll give it a quick wash. I'll get the forky and push. So you can see just how much that track is bending compared to the other one. That's how a track should be. Like, it's just crazy how the other one was so stiff and this one's so flexible. And they're the same brand and replaced at the same time. One obviously wasn't very well sealed. Okay, this is the last piece of the puzzle. Just going to take this over and give it a quick wash and blow all the loose dirt off it. So it's at least somewhat tried. You could spend ages washing this, but apparently it's not that strict going into Iraq, so who knows? They might open the doors and throw a bug bomb in when it lands in Dubai, and that's about it, they reckon. So, and it gets an X-ray scan. But anyway, we'll see how that goes. It's not my department to worry about. We've pretty much got everything else in here. We've got a few panels to go under here once it's in, but really that's about it. We've got the tracks stacked up. We'll probably have to stack them a bit higher so it can sit on it. And yeah, got a full container. There'd be a complete 20 tonner in here soon, so there'll be 20 ton payload. But yeah, they live in a different world, I guess, doing this. So I'll go give this a bit of a hose down, and then we'll do a bit of a video putting it in and see how that goes. This is probably, I reckon this will be the hardest bit to get in. That's why we've left it till last, so we don't have to push it all the way in. But we'll get it in there. I just can't believe how much you got to pull it apart, and I don't know if they realise how much it's pulled apart, but I guess when you're paying 30 cents an hour for labour, you can do a lot of labour to something for not much money. Yeah. What? Big. The commentary is that the chain's going to hit up the top there. Hang on. I'm going to have to go down a bit because that chain's hitting. This is turning out to be kind of the most difficult bit. The radiator and oil cooler's probably going to hit. So things got serious again. We weren't going to clear the radiator, so we've since had to undo the cross stay, undo the steel pipe there to give it some flex. Made a mess on the ground, but hopefully we can give it a bit of a shove back in. I might have to lift the tally handler because I think we've lost lift. So it's a pretty involved job this, I tell you. Might require excavator to push. Shh, it's annoying. So it's just getting stuck at the front. It's sort of digging in. We need a bit of lift a bit further back, so Dad will get the slipper on the fork and pick it up, hopefully a bit further forwards. It's going. Down a bit.
Should just let it all the way down, I reckon.
Does it push against the wall a lot?
Yeah.
Go in a bit further. So I'm just on the inside of the container. We have to block up this side so that it doesn't fall through the wall because it bulges the container out, something shocking. So it'd be nice if they fit in here, but just doesn't quite fit. So, and it wouldn't fit height ways either, so that's why it's diagonal. But anyway, I tell you what, it's going to be like Christmas Day for them when it lands in Iraq. Just going to be over the moon with what they find in here, I'm sure. But we got everything in there. A dodgy stack of wood and a couple of ratchet straps holding this up from falling through the wall of the container. That's the hydraulic oil in there. All the wires, that'll be terrible to put back in. Everything up in there. You could fit another machine like on a bit of an angle in this triangle, but yeah, there you go. I'm glad it's over. I'm glad it's in there because I've had enough. But for anyone who was ever wondering, a 20 tonner will fit in a 40-foot high cube. You just have to pull it right apart. So yeah, I'm over it now. We'll see if it makes it there. If I can find one of my air tags, I'll grab it and pop it in here and somewhere in the digger and see where it ends up. And if I do that, I'll give you an update one day. But that's a wrap for this one. Hopefully it's somewhat exciting and enjoyable. I guess you don't really get to see how these third world countries actually get their machines sometimes, and this is obviously the way that they get them sometimes. They don't just go to a Ritchie Brothers or a dealer and buy a new one necessarily. This is what they have to do, so I guess you kind of feel bad for them sometimes, like when this is what they're given to work with, but yeah, oh well. One man's trash is another man's treasure, so I'm sure this will be on some viral TikTok video, sliding down a hillside somewhere or digging up bombs. But anyway, that's a wrap for this one, guys. Thanks for watching. Like, share, subscribe, do all the usual stuff. I really appreciate it. Hopefully you enjoyed it. And yeah, we'll see you on the next one. Cheers.